And argues about climate change, Bangladesh is on the receiving end. This is a country where 80% of the land is less than 10 meters above sea level. So rising sea levels are a real threat.
Many developed countries, they are causing this problem, and we are suffering. So they have also their responsibility how to mitigate this emission, how to, save people. From Bangladesh side, already we have taken some steps. We started, a plantation, the tree, the green belt in the coastal area and also other area. But I think international community, they have their responsibility. They should come forward with more assistance so that we can implement all our, adapted plans, program to save our people from these natural calamities. That is very, very important.
Very important.
In spite of these calamities, some predict a prosperous future for Bangladesh. It has a huge and very cheap workforce. Its garment industry is now worth $30 billion a year. But many of the factories are dangerous sweatshops, and the consequences can be fatal.
This is all that's left of an 8-story building in the outskirts of Dhaka. Authorities say the building did not meet safety standards, yet inside were factories making clothes for global retail brands.
My son's name is Mehdi. Please, I beg of you, bring him back to me. If they can't find him, I'll die.
Bangladesh is the world's second largest garment producer.
The owner of the building forced all the workers to go to work. This is how he killed all the workers. I want him hanged. I want him hanged.
Very sad story. What happened
Yes.
is not, we cannot accept it, because previous day it was identified that there is some crack in the building, and our law enforcement agencies and the local administration, they asked all the workers to come out from the building, and they stopped that you shouldn't, go there. So next day they engaged that some one from our engineering university. They will go, they will see the condition of the building, and then they will decide. Unfortunate thing happened that some of the owners and their representatives, administrative officers, they forced these garments workers to enter the building, and then it was collapsed. These poor people, they have come from village to make their fortune. Unfortunately, they lost their life.
There's a stench of dead bodies here, and rescuers have called off their search for survivors.
Many of Bangladesh's garment factories are owned by the country's MPs and wealthy supporters of Sheikh Hasina. Could she or others have done more?
Who do you blame for this? The people who run the factories, or perhaps the customers in Britain or America? Should they have insisted on better conditions for the workers here?
I feel that the responsibility lies with everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. Because the buyer, if they can increase the price of the garment, then they can establish proper building. I feel it is an wake-up call for everybody. Now the owner of the factory or the buyer or everybody, now they will be cautious in the future.
The immediate future for Bangladesh is a general election. In the volatile politics here, only one thing is certain. Tempers will fray, protesters will take to the streets, and quite possibly worse. This was 8 years ago, in the lead up to the election, a black day.
Can you imagine that one day, it was 2005, 17th August, One day, within half an hour, all over Bangladesh, our 63 districts, 500 bomb blasted. In Dhaka city, about 35 places bomb blasted.
Yes.
That was our situation.
An extremist group demanding an Islamic government used the tactics of terror.
In the past 10 years or so, we've seen a lot of violence committed, especially by the fundamentalists. That is the one thing that probably worries her the most. The loss of life, this violence.
But after more than 2 decades of the same two parties and the same two leaders, even moderate voices are now calling for political change.
There is definite demand for new political leadership or third political forces. But the supply line is weak. The problem lies there. But demand is definitely there in the society.
Prime Minister, there's a general election coming at the end of this year, beginning of next year. I'm assuming that, of course, you will run again in that election and expect to win again.
It totally depends on people. I am serving them. They elected me. So I am here as a Prime Minister. Next election will be absolutely free, fair. If people are satisfied, if they voted for me, I will come. If they vote for me, I am here. If they don't, I am not here. But I want to establish that their voting right, their constitutional right must be established, and they get all chance to vote freely and fairly and choose their own government.
I've really enjoyed this second visit to Bangladesh, and I think I better not wait 41 years. For my next one, I might not be at my best then, perhaps. But thank you so much. It's been a joy and a delight to be here.
I'm really happy that after 42 years, you are again in Bangladesh and again in the same house.
Yes, we look forward to the next instalment. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.